Good morning, all dear students. Today, in this video, we will discuss the chapter Introduction to Economics. Introduction to Economics. As you have discussed in the previous year that what economics is, today we will discuss this further. So, what economics is all about? First of all, the science of economy was born with the publication of Adam Smith. A book was published by Adam Smith. The book was An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations, and it was published in 1776. So that is why Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. So who has discovered economics? Adam Smith has discovered economics. Okay. The name of economics was political economics. At that time, economic is called political economics. Toward the end of 19th century, there were a definite change from use to word political economics to economics. In 19th century, it has changed to economics. Okay, the word economics was derived from the two Greek words. First, oikos means a house, and nomos means manage. That the word economics we use to mean home management with limited funds available in the most economical manner possible. So after Adam Smith, here comes the Lionel Robbins. After Adam Smith, here comes the Robbins. The full name was Lionel Robbins. He defined economics as a science of scarcity. Professor Robbins, in his book Nature and Significance of Economic Sciences, states economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. So this was the definition given by the Robbins. After Robbins, Paul S. Samuelson came. He has given his own definition. Marshall. After that, Marshall came, and he has given his own definition. So this was the meaning of definition. The most satisfactory definition was by Marshall. So there are two types of economics. First is microeconomics and second is macroeconomics. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay. So subject matter of economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay. In microeconomics, there are product pricing, factor pricing, welfare economics, etc. In macroeconomics, there is theory of income and employment, theory of general price, theory of economic growth, theory of distribution. Means microeconomics is the name also suggests that micro, it means in a small level. Microeconomics deals with small level and macroeconomics deals with whole. Like if we are studying about a person, a student of a class, it will be in the microeconomics. And if we are studying about all the students in a class in the same time, it will be covered in macroeconomics. Okay. So here comes the macroeconomics. Meaning and subject matter of microeconomics. The word micro is derived from the Greek word micros, which meaning is small. Microeconomics deals with a small segment of society. Macroeconomics is defined as the study of behavior and individual decision making units such as consumers, resources, owns and firms. Okay. Then microeconomics has both theoretical and practical importance. It solves the three central problems of economy. Then what, how and from whom to produce. What to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. It will be discussed in microeconomics. So as a chart, in microeconomics we will discuss product pricing, what price should be for the product. Factor pricing means how we will distribute it, theory of distribution, then welfare economics. Okay. In product pricing we discuss the demand and supply. In factor pricing we discuss wages, rent, interest and profit. And in welfare we discuss about the welfare of the society. Okay. Let's move further. What is the importance of microeconomics? What is the importance of microeconomics? First of all, microeconomics helps in formulating economic policy which enhance productive efficiency and result in greater social welfare. Clear? Okay, it gives us greater social welfare. Then microeconomics explains the working of the capitalist capitalist economy, which individually unit are free to take their own decision. In microeconomics, individual units can take their own decision because everyone's interest, everyone's desires are different. So each and every quantity, each and every product will be of different use to the different customers, and it will be discussed in macroeconomics. Then it helps the government in formulating correct price policy. Price policy will be discussed by this. So this is it. Now just move to the macroeconomics. The word macro is derived from the Greek word macros, which meaning is large. So macroeconomics deals with the aggregate economics. Macroeconomics is defined as the study of overall economic phenomena such as problem of full employment, GNP means gross national product, savings, interest, aggregate consumption, aggregate investment, economic growth, etc. will be discussed in macroeconomics. On the chart, we will see that theory of income and employment, theory of general price and inflation, theory of economic growth and theory of distribution. It's all will be covered in macroeconomics. So this is it for this video. In the upcoming video, we will discuss this chapter further. Till then, it's my humble request to you all to keep learning, keep studying, and if you find any type of doubt and any query, you can ask. Our school will always there to help you out in all your needs. Till then, bye bye students. We'll meet you in the next video.